Princess hair for grown-up women is a real thing. And I thought I would really delve into it. So I asked AI and the results are super interesting. Let's talk about now what artificial intelligence actually classifies as princess hair for grown-up women. It should be long and flowing hair, lush, cascading lengths with minimal breakage. First of all, that's just beautiful hair, right? We all want that. Silky and soft, touchable, smooth strands that reflect light beautifully. Lustrous and glossy, a natural shine that looks effortless and regal. That is what I am forever chasing, a beautiful, elegant shine, but not weighed down. I put down some notes on what I do to actually give myself the ultimate hair care routine for this type of hair, and then also what I do right now to maintain it, and then I do have goals as well. So let's go through all of this. So shampoo and conditioners. So cleansing. I've talked about this a lot on this channel. Cleansing is super important, and I always like to use something that's very gentle, and I really like to avoid parabens, and I do use sulfates at times, but on a regular basis they are quite aggravating to my specific hair type and to my scalp, I would say, because I have a very sensitive scalp. Like for example, the sodium sulfate, that really bothers my scalp. So I did try some drugstore shampoos and conditioners that worked not bad for me, but unfortunately I couldn't continue to use them because of my scalp sensitivity. So I stick with professional products, but very gentle professional products. I did an entire video on clarifying if you have a sensitive scalp. I still don't recommend, if you have hair like mine or a sensitive scalp, to clarify on a regular, but I can recommend clarifying when you get your hair done, and I explain all that in the video. The way I rinse out my hair. So there's a lot of mixed information about your final rinse. It should be freezing, it should be warm, it should be cool. Okay, so this is what I do. I just always maintain that I wash. The entire routine is with lukewarm water, so you're not stripping the hair from its natural oils, which is super important. I use lukewarm even towards cool at the end, and then cool less at the end, but I really don't believe that I have to freeze my head. So lukewarm throughout and then cool to finish. That would be my best tip to avoid stripping oils. Deep conditioning and hydration. Hydrate, 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 especially if you color your hair. I wash my hair twice a week, so I'm hydrating my hair twice a week. Those are the only times that obviously I'll wash, condition, but then I'll also do my deep masks. My routines for the masking are: when I get my hair done, the first wash after that is always a bond repair because I do use color. So that's the first deep condition mask. And then every other wash is a deep condition mask. It's not a bond repair. I use, if I want to use a drugstore mask, I recommend the Dove. The 10 Benefits is great. For Japanese, I love the Tsubaki. I do like the Australia 11 mask. I also like the Pureology mask. So I have different masks in my shower for sort of different reasons. And I also do like the Briogeo. I did review the Briogeo. It was the vanilla cupcake hair mask that's supposed to transform your hair and make it super strong. So I'll include all those links here, but those are definitely my top favorite masks. So remember, I shampoo, condition, and then mask, deep condition every other wash. Frizz free, smooth hair. This is one of the goals that I told you guys that I don't have the princess hair 100%, but those are definitely one of my goals. And here's my top tip for blow drying, because I don't get professional blow dries very often, very rarely actually. So when I do my blast blow dry, I always do that with cold air, and here's the science behind that. And think about when you go on a vacation, if you live somewhere cool and you go somewhere very warm, when your hair is wet and it hits the warm air, doesn't it get super frizzy and just super large? That's because when you have something wet, like your hair's wet out of the shower, and then you have something hot, like the hot hair dryer, When the two combine, you get humidity. It's really basic, and I remember like literally I think it was like grade 9 science, my science teacher telling me about the molecules. And you guys, this is a tip that has really helped a lot of people. I got my sister on this. She always blow dries her hair with burning hot air, and she's in a really reparative phase right now. She changed it to cool, and she's doing much better. And then after I've done my blast blow dry, let's say this is at nighttime and I'm going to bed, I am super cognizant that I need to have a satin cap, and I also need to have a satin pillowcase. In fact, I have like 3 satin caps right now. Okay. I love my satin caps, and I have them in all sorts of different sizes. I have a mulberry silk one that's more expensive. I got from Amazon for like $20, and then I have these that are just a few dollars each. And the mulberry silk obviously feels better on my hair, but these are larger for me, and hopefully I'll be getting some new ones soon, and I'm going to be showing you guys those on camera as well. My main problem with the silk caps, and I don't know if people have this as well, the bonnets, is keeping it on overnight. I've tried tying it in the front, I've tried tying it in the back. I've done that in conjunction with the pillow. I have not found the perfect solution yet, but I may be getting some new caps soon and doing a promo, and if I do, I will try them all out and show you guys what we can do, because if it slips off in the middle of the night, we're defeating the purpose, and then also it's like super uncomfortable. Okay, and since I mentioned golden blonde hair, I am going to make reference to my hair for this video and how I maintain golden blonde hair, let's say princess-like hair. So again, going back to my methods and what I do. So I don't use bleach. I don't use high lift color anymore. I just use color, and I only color my roots. Now you can take this information, let's just say if you do have bleached hair and you want to start maintaining roots but not bleaching, you could consider a root smudge. You could also consider changing your color products to make sure that they have a bond builder embedded in them. I used to use Schwarzkopf, which has a bond builder inside. I now use another brand from Australia, my stylist uses. The name is eluding me at the moment, but it does have a bond builder inside as well. And I also went from high lift color to a 30 volume down to a 20 volume. And this is why it's important to have a really good relationship with your stylist, because you need to express your concerns and then together come up with a formula that works for you. And we want a formula that looks good, guys, but also for those of us who have sensitive scalps, the higher up you go in levels and the higher up you go color levels, and then the higher up you go in volumes like the peroxide, the more stressful it is on your scalp if you have a sensitive scalp. I mean, I could sit beside a family member and use a 30 on them because I dye my grandma's hair and she doesn't feel a thing. But on my poor sensitive scalp, I feel, unfortunately, everything. So I make sure that I fully understand what's in the products. You might need an ammonia-free. For ammonia-free, Redken makes a beautiful ammonia-free color, the chromatics. I can get that done when I'm back in Greece, but I can't find that in Canada. So in Canada, I make sure to use a low ammonia color with a 20 volume. That's my formula. And I use a color and no longer high lift. But then again, that depends on your natural hair color. So to have beautiful princess hair, you need to be able to grow it out. So the best thing to grow it out is to stop getting frequent trims. You don't need them. All you need are dustings. When I see those split ends start to come out or it's uneven, you can feel it when you wash it, when you're doing all your hairstyles. I make sure that I get my dusting off the bottom and I don't need excessive length taken off. And then I always freshen up my face framing layers because that will always make you look very polished. So if we want to take care of our ends, we need to be oiling the ends because your hair will most definitely grow from here. But if you're getting split ends or dry ends, they will unfortunately break off. You can't remend the split, but you can keep them from splitting higher. Oil them, keep them moisturized, and then get your dusting. I just need one every 5 or 6 months or so. Okay, and I would say like another growth tip that's really important is have a very healthy scalp, everybody. I actually don't advocate oiling your scalp. It's just something that I've never done. I prefer to work with my own sebum since I have a very sensitive scalp, and I just make sure to give myself massages every night, and it feels so amazing and it's so relaxing. And I just want to increase blood circulation and blood flow in that area. And I have gone through traumatic experiences with my hair, and I've really kept it really simple and really sort of natural, especially when it comes to this region here. It's just, for me, I'm not convinced that I need additional oil there. The only thing I've ever tried is a rosemary tonic that's 99% natural from Apivita, and I tried that when I was working overseas, and I found like it did help with the density of the hair. So like I said, I can't recommend an oil for your scalp, but I can definitely recommend oils for mid-length to ends. My favorite, which I always talk about, is grapeseed. It's affordable, it's beautiful for the hair, the face, the skin, on the rest of the body. It's very lightweight, absorbs easily, it's non-communogenic, it will not clog your pores. Again, I wouldn't put it here, but I like it on my hair. I think it feels and looks beautiful. Okay, let's talk heat styling for princess hair for grown-up women. You guys know I do not believe in heavy heat styling on the hair. First of all, I just don't like the way it feels, especially the next day. So I really stick to my blast blow dries and my heatless rods, which I absolutely love. I like the mini ones. I see these girls do these amazing things with these rods. I am not that talented. I cannot do that. I have tried the socks I really like, and I like the mini rods. And today I got a blast blow dry from the gentleman that does my hair, and then he just, with a very large round brush, I just told him to just dry the face framing layers so we can see them, and just blast blow dry the rest of my hair. Mind you, I'm not filming for broadcast television today. I don't have a rendezvous where I have to look polished, and a lot of people need to look polished. Literally, my opinion is try to preserve the blow dry as much as you can. Try to use the heatless rods as much as you can. And at the salon, pay attention to the brush the stylist is using. Even if your friend is giving you a blow dry, those big blow dry brushes, the round ones, are the safest, and they hurt the least, and they pull out your hair the least. I just saw Ramal Jamali, I hope I'm saying his name right. He's a prominent hairstylist in Dubai. I follow him on TikTok. He just said that the face framing, this part of your hair, is the most gentle, the most sensitive. It's the one that gets the most pull and damage. And if you break this off, he said it'll take 6 years for it to fully come back. I was thinking about that today as I was getting my hair done. We need to be super gentle. I honestly, like, keep in your mind princess hair when you're getting your hair done. Just remember to be gentle to your hair and to tell others to be gentle to your hair. And I say this to him, he's probably so sick of me saying this, but I say the same thing every time. Let me see the brush, be gentle with the hair, make sure we use the proper products beforehand. And of course, this video is not about heat protection, but if you're getting princess hair, you're protecting it before you're adding any heat to it. And there's two kinds of protectors. If you're doing a lot of heat, you want a thermal spray. And if you're just doing a regular blow dry, I just use a dedicated heat protector. Like, my favorite is the Jelly from Redken. And these are all really accessible products at good prices. The shampoo I'm using now is a little bit more expensive than I'm accustomed to, but I am super happy with those results. It's a lighter consistency than the Pureology, so I'll always go back to Pureology because that's my absolute top fave. But I do think that there's a place in my routine for number 4 as well, just because, guys, the ingredients are so spectacular. And again, I'm gonna link that video below as well, just because I go through all of the ingredients in those products. And remember, speak openly with your stylist about the products they use and the tools, because I've seen stylists use tools that I would never allow them to use on my hair. That happened to me, I think 2 years ago. I saw like a steel small round brush, and I said that, I was just being honest, and I said that would pull out my hair. And I also bring my own tools to the salon. If you don't believe me, I will insert videos here. I just bring my tangle teasers and my wet brushes, and I just know that that works for me. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap up this grown-up princess hair video right here. Although I could go on because I have so many tips that I always forget about. I try to remember them before the video, and then there's little things I do that I forget about. But if there are little things that you guys do, especially to either promote good hair health or prevent damage or just maintain healthy hair, please include them below. Okay, that's enough for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, be well. Bisous, everybody.